Panama's carnival attracts visitors from around the world. But away from the lights, this place is a thriving tax haven. Investors come to Panama for secrecy.
You can go to Panama and you can get a foundation or a trust or a company, and you can use those complicated, slightly strange structures to hide and disguise your ownership and control of assets.
And now we can see how. An enormous leak of files from this company, Mossack Fonseca, shows the reality of offshore. From outside, Mossack Fonseca looks like a perfectly respectable company. But this is a business that's helped people from around the world break the law. The documents were leaked to the German newspaper Süddeutsche Zeitung and shared with the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists. Panorama has been analysing the documents. We've found links to 72 current or former heads of state.
You could sit here, please.
Like the Icelandic Prime Minister Sigmundur Gunnlaugsson, who had a secret stake in an offshore company. The company held his wife's interests in Iceland's banks, worth millions of dollars. Nobody knew that when her husband was dealing with the Icelandic banks after their collapse, including the British demands for compensation, which he turned down. Because of the leak, we do now. Mr. Gunnlaugsson is today facing calls for his resignation. He says he has not broken any rules and his wife didn't benefit financially from his decisions. Mossack Fonseca say the services they provide are commonly used worldwide and they are responsible members of the global financial and business community. But some of the deals in the files are extraordinary. We believe we have found a $1 billion laundering operation in Russia. This man, cellist Sergei Roldugin, a close friend of President Putin, was officially the owner of 2 secretive companies which benefited from suspicious deals. For example, an offshore company borrows $6 million. 3 months later, the loan is written off for just $1. Why would anyone want to give all this cash to a cellist?
There's nothing that I have seen which would make me do anything other than say, stop, we need to investigate very closely what's going on here.
To you, does it look like money laundering?
Yes, it does look like money laundering to me, for sure.
Mr. Roldugin hasn't answered our questions. Mossack Fonseca say they have a strong compliance record. Through the leak, the world can now see more clearly how the wealthy can hide their secrets. Richard Bilton, BBC News.